yes. Okay. This is your time, Mr. Dickerson, to say whatever you want to say relative to Eli.
Ah!
This is your time. I yield the camera to you.
Oh, Eli. Thank you, Eli. That's the first thing I want to say. I want to say thank you, Eli Manning, for delivering 2 Super Bowls to me and all the other New York Football Giant fans around the world. We now have a total of 4 Super Bowls. We're amongst the elite when it comes to winning Super Bowls. I believe my esteemed colleague has some numbers that he may or may not want to bring up in reference to the number of teams that have won Super Bowls.
We'll throw that out a little more on our Super Bowl show.
Okay, that's good. We'll get to talk about that. But when you listen to those facts, you will find that the teams that we're talking about in reference to Super Bowl wins, that list also includes the New York Football Giants. So I'm very happy about that. Eli had a great career as far as I'm concerned. When you win 2 Super Bowls during your career, I consider you having a great career. There's nobody who's had a team that's won more than 1 Super Bowl. This is just me riffing, but I can't think of any team that had a mediocre quarterback that won 2 Super Bowls. There have been teams that have arguably had mediocre quarterbacks that have won 1 Super Bowl. Trent Dilfer comes to mind right away, but not 2. Not 2, and surely not 2 and 2 MVPs. So that alone is something that I think is very special. It makes him a special guy. And now that he's retired and his number has been retired, no other Giant will ever wear the number 10, which I think is very fitting. We move into the next conversation as to whether or not he's a Hall of Famer. And people will argue with numbers. His numbers are not great, but they're not terrible. They're above average as far as I know. I can relook and take a look at some specifics, but a good career, a productive career with 2 Super Bowl wins and 2 Super Bowl MVPs, I think that alone puts him into the Hall of Fame. Whether or not he'll be first ballot is another argument that my argument may not be as strong, but I definitely feel like he deserves to be a Hall of Famer and will be a Hall of Famer.